Hi and welcome to the course outline. So I thought it would make sense to, just give you a quick overview of what to expect from this course so that you can make up your mind whether this course might be beneficial for you or not. So the course is parted in 4 parts, or 4 areas. So the first part would be setting ourselves up for success. The second one is small changes, big results. And the third one is preparation for action mode. And the fourth one, the last one, is get your results. So I will go over everything in a bit more detail. And as I said, the first one is setting up ourselves for success. So what are we going to talk about? We're first going to talk about a bit more background information about New Year's resolutions and why we just pick them and why we, stick with them. Then we talk about goals that motivate and how to find your why. So why are you doing things, like more or less the purpose of your goal. And then we go over to set really smart goals that do work. And also a bit of a chat about self-love, and that is really important of being your best buddy on this process, because you yourself are your longest commitment. You will spend 24/7 with yourself, and it's really important for you to actually have a buddy on this journey, and it's best when this buddy is you. So the second part would be small changes, big results. We're first going to talk about a couple of assumptions. These assumptions are things like we can change at any given time. We do not necessarily have to wait for the 1st of January to start. Small changes can add up and make a big difference in our lives. And past behavior is the best predictor for future behavior. Then we're going to do an exercise. It's called Old Me versus New Me. And then we go into the process of how to create new habits. What are habits, and how do we create new ones? How do we build new routines, etc. As well, we're going to talk about knowing yourself and potential derailers. Derailers are these kind of things that, just can mess up the process, that can literally risk your goals or risk the process of reaching your goals. Then the third part is preparation for action mode. So we're quickly going to recap why do we set short and medium goals, how do we envision our success, and how do we get really close to our why. And then the main part of this part would be the action mode, getting prepared for the action mode by creating a project plan. The project plan, or the action plan, is actually something like your business plan for really reaching your results. So we're going to do this in a very structured way and really help you to achieve the most, with a couple of tips and tricks on how to create this action plan and how to keep you going. Then the last and the final bit would be getting your results. So it's really now the moment where we stop thinking and really start doing, where we get into action mode. And we're going to share some tips with you, like becoming your biggest supporter. You are your only competition, keeping your goals to yourself, as well as buddying up with people who are exactly on the same journey, who have the same struggles, so that you have a couple of tools and tips and tricks along the side in case things get a bit rough and you are about to lose motivation, stop procrastinating, and all these kind of things. We of course have also implemented a backup plan. What are we doing if we really gone off track? What do we do now? Are we lost? Hint, we are not lost. We have of course a backup plan for that, so keep on going. And the last bit would then be failure and bouncing back. How do we deal with failure, and how can we probably avoid it, or at least embrace it, so that we stay motivated? So quickly on a recap. So we're talking about 4 main parts. First, setting ourselves up for success. Second, small changes add up to big results. Third, preparation for action mode. And the fourth would be getting your results. At the end, we were going to have a really brief pro and con, or do and don'ts by goal setting, so that we should actually be ready to get what we want and to really rock this year.